The way that we describe Jiva AI is that we believe that we truly want to build these AI agents that work alongside salespeople. And when I say salespeople, it's almost anyone who sells, basically, right? Like Sam Altman has a quote that says that at some point every job becomes a sales job, and we truly believe that. And what we are trying to do is, like, we believe that anything that doesn't require deep human connection, like us connecting right now, strategic thinking or brainstorming, we believe AI is not good at that, but manual, repetitive, labor-intensive tasks can be done better, faster, cheaper with AI. So that's the core focus for us, and that's what we focus on. We're truly building AI agents, and that's what we're doing. It's all about, like, how do we give salespeople more time selling? So it's all about how do we make sure that the time that salespeople are spending is majority on doing discoveries, demos, and follow-ups, and not just like doing manual, repetitive tasks. So that's what we focus on. We have 5 key areas that Jiva 2.0 focuses on. Number 1 is lead discovery. We believe that by enriching data, by plugging into 50 plus data sources, we can help you find good emails, good cell phone numbers, good data and good information that we can provide to help you get good insights into your leads, save you a lot of manual time, almost 3 hours per day per person. That's kind of what we are hoping or estimating, all the way to doing deep research on prospects, to personalizing outreach. And then we have a Jiva assistant that follows you around that I want to show you on email and LinkedIn and on calendar and other things. The premise for this is that it's all about, like, it's being built using AI from the ground up to help you find more leads at a cheaper cost. We also then use something called auto GPT and waterfall enrichment to plug into 50 plus data sources to get you the best work emails, get best LinkedIn profiles, best cell phone numbers. And then after that, what we can also do is help you write personalized outreach, multi-channel outreach at scale. So really personalized messages based on deep research on prospects. And I will show you this in real time. This is one of my favorite features. But the premise is that AI will do research on everything from press releases, news stories, to try to figure out any webinars or podcasts this prospect or customer has been on. And then it will write emails on your behalf, all the way to then also an assistant that kind of follows you around across email and calendar, helps you prep for meetings, does deep research on prospects, can also summarize actions for you, can draft emails for you, and all that good stuff. So let me just jump in, having said all of that. But the premise of the system is that it's designed in a way that you can come in the morning and you can just say in natural language, like, hey, I want to find VPs of sales in San Francisco or in Los Angeles in finance industry with more than 10 million in revenue. Or you can go in and you can use one of our workflows here. So I'm going to use one of our workflows to say that, hey, I want to build a list and a lead list. So I'm going to choose some titles, or let me ask you, Lydia, what about you? Like, who do you usually go after for your product?
I want to talk to people in the C-suite, particularly CFOs, COOs, if not the CEO, because even though we scale to enterprise, I focus on companies under 100 people.
Okay. So let's do that. So I would say CEO, CFO, COO. And then what I can do is let's do a smaller, company headcount. So let's do 1 to 10, 21 to 50, 51 to 100. And then what about some industries? Like, do you have certain keywords that you target? Like, what kind of industries are you going after?
Financial services, manufacturing, tech, startups, and SMBs.
Perfect.
Too many?
Yeah, it's all good. I just want to show you what this would do. And as you can see, like, the difference between us is, like, we're crawling this data in real time. So this is a lot. 455,000 people almost is great, right? You have a massive market opportunity. What I can do is I can just put in California. So as you can see, like, we are finding these folks in real time for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're pulling data directly. We're crawling it from different sources. And then once the data is ready, like, our premise is that we have something called waterfall enrichment. So what we would do is, once this is ready, I can go ahead and I can select a few folks here. So let's say I want to go after some of these people here that are in the industry that I can find in California. Let's say if these were my right target fits, then I can do multiple things on them. I can enroll them in an automation. I can run enrichment on them. Let me show you. So if I do add an action and add an enrichment here. So let's say I want to do a work email. So as you can see, the AI will go and actually find the work emails through a waterfall enrichment. And you can change this around. So I want to go through Lead Magic, then it'll go find it on Find Email. So we have like 10 plus different data sources just to find good email data for you. And also what the AI can do is, for example, let's do and say, let's find another action here. And I want to add an AI agent. And what I want to do is like, tell me if any of these companies has raised funding and how much. And I can ask any question, and what the AI will do is it's basically going to crawl the data to try and find whether any of these companies has found anything or not. So once I have this, I'm going to go ahead and run enrichment. I'm going to say I want to run it for these 3 email for 13 people. As you can see now, it's like literally in real time, it's going to go and find information for you. So it's kind of finding the emails, and it goes through waterfall enrichment. So the data quality is really high and it's really fast. And now it's also going to show you like whether these guys have raised funding or not. So it says Elite Financial Services has no publicly raised funding, but this is kind of their competitor. This is how much their money they've raised, right? So I'm literally seeing like how much people, however, Versa Investment Partners, number 1 has raised 210 million. So this is a fund, and it's not showing that they have raised money, but they have a fund and they have money for their fund. So literally like AI will try to do like how much money have they left, how much have they raised. So you can literally do real-time research on all your prospects to come up with like a really good quality list, right? I'm just making something up. And so Lydia, for you, you could basically have a list of, let's say 20, 30, 50, 100 people a day that are hyper personalized with good work emails, good cell phone numbers, and then also know like what kind of information do you need to find to basically be able to prospect to them. So this is like the beauty of having like an agentic platform. Now, once I have these guys, I can basically say I want to enroll them in an automation. So I'm going to create a new test automation here. Let's do 1, 2, 3. And then what I want to show you is once you put in your website, the AI can craft like the messaging and the compelling value proposition for you. So what are some pain points you're targeting? What are some value propositions? What is your proof point of the company? And then the premise of this is that once you do this, the AI can create like a simple, concise, personalized outreach cadence that I can just say that I want to do multiple emails, multiple LinkedIn steps, multiple connection requests, basically. And then the AI will just create everything for you. So imagine like having a first personalized connection request, pause for a few days, send a second personalized connection request, pause for a few days, send a third personalized connection request. You can add tons of icebreakers. Like my favorite one is a sports line. But the premise I want to show you is, let's say Bob is in New York, so we're talking about the Knicks. I know it's a cheesy line, but it gets so many opens and response rates for us. The premise of doing this is that we want to create a cadence for you, which is multi-step, multi-campaign, like LinkedIn and email. We're also going to launch text messaging. We even have a dialer. The premise of this would be that you wake up in the morning and the AI would have crafted emails for you that are ready to go in your inbox, and all you're doing is proofread to proof send. Like I want to show you an example of like my campaigns. These are all the folks that are enrolled already and that I have to review here. So Chris as an example, this is the email Chris. It was written for Chris based on my value proposition for Jiva AI. Talks about how Jiva boosts the funnel. Here's what they can do. Here's what it can help them with. But the premise of this is that the email was written based on Chris's deep research. We went ahead and found what role Chris has, what experience he has, what are some goals that he's focused on, what are achievements that he has, what are interests that he does. So literally the AI is going and reading everything about Chris, looking at webinars, value propositions, it's looking at proof points, it's looking at any podcasts that Chris has done, what's going on with the company, what are some services or pain points that they're solving, what are some priorities, right? What is going on in the industry that can truly help Chris be, right, understanding Chris specifically and then crafting a very compelling message for Chris. So that's the primary premise of the system that we focus on. It's all about how do we help you find really good data? How do we help you enrich those leads with unique insights and value propositions, with signals, with intent, and then use that insights to craft very compelling messaging for Chris across LinkedIn, across email, and in the future it'll have text and WhatsApp as well. So let me pause there and take any questions, but I feel like I blabber on for 10 minutes straight, and then I can go ahead. But any thoughts here? I know Kelvin, you're on. Vipul, yeah, you have a question? Go ahead. I think you might have to come up.
Yeah, thank you very much for allowing me to ask a question. I see that your AI is kind of creating like a drafting an email.
Yeah, sure.
What if in case it doesn't suit to my personality? If I want to draft an
Yeah,
email which is more wittier, which is more informative, does your
yeah.
AI also allow you to do that? Can it regenerate the entire email for me?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You can regenerate the emails, you can choose the style. But people actually, a lot of the emails will be drafted based on your style and personality already. And I can show you how we do that. So I think that's like a really good segue to our next functionality that I want to show about. But what we do is that we have this premise when we hook up to your email, what we do is we read the last 500 messages we pull and we create a style guide for you. So we have a feature called email labeling and auto drafting. So what the feature does and functionality does is it's going to hook up to your inbox and we're going to sort all the marketing messages. These are labels that get created, so you never miss a follow up. So if you come in, for example, if you come in and you see some emails here, so the AI would have automatically written a response on your behalf, as you can see, and you just have to say proofread, approve, send. But what we're doing is we are actually looking at your previous inboxes and we're looking at how you respond to emails, what you talk about, how you draft messages. Do you write it smaller, longer, shorter? Are you wittier? Are you concise? Are you direct? Are you like what is your style is being created here? As soon as someone responds to the sequences ripple, the AI can come in and you can basically say, here's the AI would come in and draft a response for you. We'll even give you some times you're open if it's for a meeting, and then we'll have like a link that you can choose to book a meeting basically. So literally imagine every single day AI would have drafted everything for you. It's ready to go. All you're doing is proofread, approve, send. But this is what we are using for drafting all the emails and LinkedIn messages as well. It's actually using your style guide, your brand guide that is automatically being generated to create things in your entire voice. And obviously you can edit it, but we want every single outreach that's written to feel like you. We actually have a customer which says that sometimes he forgets whether this draft was created by Jiva AI or this draft was generated by him, and he's always like asking like who actually did this. So that's the premise, and this is like one of the new features we launched. And this is my favorite feature because it just helps me like save almost an hour or 2 hours a day in just managing my inbox. It gets so busy. And there's like a few features that we launched recently, and I want to show you like some of these things here. But I think I demoed this already. I demoed the functionality about like how to do lead discovery and enrichment. I also talked about multi-channel outreach. We have signals, so you can actually replace like tools like 6sense and Sales Intel and get signals and intent data. I talked about the AI inbox assistant, which kind of replaces tools like Flowride. We also have a note taker, which is actually shadowing us on the call, as you can see. And every morning that I wake up, I would get a list of all the notes from my meetings, how many points were discussed, what's the company background. And the difference is because it's your email, we have access to your email, we will actually have a follow-up email that would be ready to go. So it would basically say like, hey, Ryan, Avnish, and Vitali, here's what was discussed. Here's the proof points. Here's the next steps. And every email will be drafted. So every single morning that you wake up, you would basically have like the meetings, and you would also have summaries for the meetings. So as you can see, like, hey, this was all the meeting, and here's where the points that were made. And here's like an email that was drafted. So hi, Laurent and Ajay, here's like the time, here's what was discussed, and here's kind of what I've written. So all of this would be done basically proactively for you. So you're just like replying and kind of getting action items out very quickly. We also have a new feature because we plug into your calendar. You can kind of like show up prepared to your meeting invite. So we had a meeting with Dynatrace in the morning. Every 5 a.m. in the morning Pacific time, I get a background of who's coming, who's attending, what is their like, we're talking to the commercial AE at Dynatrace. We're talking to the VP EMEA at Dynatrace. So literally every single morning I see like who's visiting, who's coming, how much time are they spending, what is really going on about the meetings, about the calls here, what's kind of like the overall like sentiment, I just want to show up prepared. So everything about the person, what have they done, what have they achieved, what's kind of the persona, and then a company snapshot for every single meeting. So we want you to be super prepared to meetings. So these are like some calendar features we have launched, which includes like the ability to detect if someone's requesting a meeting, draft an email with timelines, the ability to clean your inbox and label your inbox like I was showing with action needed, with FYI and things like that. and then also to give you really good meeting summaries and note-taking abilities with drafting of emails, and finally like just giving you tons of insights on the folks that are showing up. So that's like the next set of functionalities we have launched. It's all available in a premium package as well. People can use it for free, or it's $20 a month. So we have now thousands of users, and that's like some of the things we're doing based on just feedback that we're getting. So let me pause here for a bit and see if there's any questions on these, and then I have like a couple more things to show, and then we can wrap up here. But let me stop sharing again. Let's see if there's anything else. Hey, Kelvin, great to see you as well. Any feedback, any questions here? Lydia, any thoughts from you? I know you're day-to-day selling, so you probably understand all of these things, right?
Yeah, I was just looking at everything that you replaced. We overlap and we complement.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we don't have a CRM, so we should definitely plug into you guys, right? We should work with you, and we're not building a CRM, and so I think that would be awesome.
Phew.
Cool, perfect. All right, let me show you a couple of other things, and then we can kind of wrap up the meeting, give you guys some time back here. But there's a few things that we are also working on that we're very excited about. And let me go back here. It was basically talking about the AI inbound agent, and we have a chat widget. Super easy to plug in. It's basically 4 lines of code that you can install in your website. Every single day that you wake up, what we would try to do is we would try to reverse engineer who's coming into your site, basically. So it takes about a few seconds here to kind of kick it off. I think until it does, let me go ahead and maybe show you the chat agent. So you can actually install a chat widget on your website. And again, it's a small code that you can add. And once it's added here, I can go in, I can click on, we call her Ada. She's our AI sales agent. I can talk to her, I can ask for feedback. I can say, hey, tell me how Jiva AI does lead generation, and she would be trained on our product. She would basically be trained on our support library. She would be trained on your website, so she can actually go back and forth. She can talk about how the product works, what we do, what are some of the features that we have, how are we solving it, and she does not hallucinate. So if I ask her like, hey, how is Salesforce priced, as an example? Oh, I think I misspelled it, but hopefully she gets it. And then what the AI would do is she should say something like, I actually don't know how like Salesforce should be priced. Like it's a question that experts should assist you with. Like, please book a meeting with us, right? So, and then we have like a booking link here, so I can then directly go in. And this is also like a Jiva AI booking link. So we follow this, and you can go ahead and you can book a meeting here. Very easy to use, and the premise of this is that she can handle a lot of the inbound inquiries that are coming in. Going into the inbound features here, as you can see, like we have tons of these kind of like people coming in, checking us out. We have like Clay, which is one of our competitors, checking us out today. So the premise is like I can wake up in the morning and you can see like who's coming in, how much time are they spending on the product, right? What are they doing? Who's like, we had senior director of marketing operations from GitHub. So it's reverse engineering the folks that are coming on your website, and then AI can reach out to them in real time and try to book meetings with them, right? So the premise is, can we find who's visiting your website? What pages are they looking at? How much time are they spending? And then I can send a quick email to Daniel and say, hey, Daniel, I saw that you were on their website. Here's what we do. Here's how the AI works on a company like with JLL or with a company like yours. And can we go and like book some time with you and book a meeting with you? So that's the premise of the system of like the inbound leads as well. And that pretty much wraps up everything. Like, so the premise of what we have built is like 11 agents that work together, everything from lead discovery and enrichment, multi-channel outreach, AI signals, inbound assistant, note taker, having an inbound agent, having a calendar assistant, having a meeting prep, and a chat widget that is very smart, that's using agentic, that's working together. And the premise is, really believe that everyone should be a good salesperson. So this kind of belongs to literally everyone who's selling. And I feel like every job is a sales job, no matter what you do. So that's the product we have built and who we have built it for. So let me pause here. Happy to answer any other questions or give you guys some time back. But really appreciate you guys jumping on and doing like a quick live demo with us.
Yeah. Just a quick question. The people that you showed and visited your site today, are they already in your database and you're just showing that? Or are these would normally be anonymous visitors to your site, but you're able to identify them?
Yeah, great question, Lydia. So a lot of these are anonymous visitors that we are reverse engineering and trying to figure out who they are. We try to get about 30% accuracy with it. So it's not like we're able to capture 100% of the traffic,
Right.
but a lot of good traffic, because a lot of the traffic is usually bots. Sometimes it's students looking for jobs. So we remove them. For out of like the 50 or 60% of the actual visitors that make sense, we're able to identify close to 75%. So in totality, it's about 30%, but assuming a lot of the traffic is bad traffic, then it's close to like 75% of like the folks who are coming. So these are folks who don't have to fill a form. These are people who are just visiting, and we're trying to like reverse engineer and try to tell you like who these folks are.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great product insight, actually. Like, so the goal is that over here, I should be able to come in, ask anything like, hey, how many meetings did I do yesterday? Right? Like for example, like, what was the last meeting with Johnson and Johnson about, right? Something like that. And then I should be able to ask it, and the AI should be able to like tell me what I'm talking about. We already have all the notes. So if I go in and see all my notes and everything that's happening, I would be able to see like all the meeting summaries. I don't think this meeting happened. But basically the premise is that I have all the transcripts. I already have all the notes, and then I should be able to chat with it and get all the answers. Thanks, Ripple. I appreciate it. Awesome, guys. We'll give you some time back. We'll give you 4 minutes back on your day. We're grateful that you joined. Lydia, it was great to see you again. Arpita, thanks for hosting. Kelvin, Ripple, thanks for the opportunity. We'll see you guys soon.